Okay, hi everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I'm so glad I can jump in today. Like I told you guys last week, we're so busy. I cannot come in live every week, but I do my best to get on live every week. And hey, I accomplished to do that this week. I'm very, very happy about that. Thank you so much for watching my live video. I thank you guys. And for those of you who are watching this in repeat, hi, how are you? Thank you for watching. And if you guys think this video is helping you or this live session helping you or other, please make sure you share it. While you're watching this, share it. The more people, the better. Make this party big. So in today's topic, I am going to talk about how to overcome hardship. Now, it's like a little broad, but I'm going to get to the detail of what that means and why I want to talk about this. So I want to introduce myself first. For those of you who don't know me, I am Valery Molone, leadership coach and motivational speaker. Okay, so what I do is that every week I come on, or every other week, whenever I get a chance, and I ask you guys to ask me questions, send me a question, and we get tons of questions every single day. So I go through the question. Believe me, I read every question that I get, and I try to come up with at least one or two video a week to make for you guys. I do videos, I come live, and I also have a YouTube videos that I make. I answer you guys question over there too. I write a blog about it. I do a podcast. So whichever is convenient for you, you can go ahead and watch me or hear me on those platforms if you're not if you don't have time to get with me on live videos. And the other thing that I wanted to mention before we go through the topics is that I am in the process of creating a course for this topic, how to overcome hardship, and I'm in the process of doing it. So for those of you who are interested in this course, you can go ahead. I do have a link somewhere here that you can click on the link and register for it. The course is not open yet. I'm still working on it, and what that does is that it will give you guys, I will have your email address. So when I have your email address, I will send you guys an email, and I will send you guys the registration time, when we're going to be open, and how you guys can join me on that, because I can teach you guys everything in 1 week or one live video. So there's obviously more to that. If you guys are interested in that, make sure you check that as well. Okay, so let's get to the topic, how to overcome hardship. Now, we all been through something in life, every one of us, whether it's big or small. Now, who am I to say what's big or what's small? But we all have been through things in life that makes us uncomfortable, that scar us sometimes, that left a bad taste in our mouth, that we've been hurt from. And there's a lot of, and me particularly, I've been to a lot of scenario of this. So I'm going to give you guys a little background, a little story of my own personal life, why that qualifies me to come over here and talk to you about it and give you guys advice what to do in order to overcome your hardship. Is that I've been through a lot of hardship, a lot of trauma in my life, and I made it my passion. I made it my, I promised myself, and I said to myself, I want to grow up to be somebody to go out there and help people. And that's why I became a coach, because my mission is to give you guys as much as value as possible so you can add in your life and get better and do good things in your life. We talk about a variety of topics, not just this one, but this is my specialty. This is the area that I do have a lot of experience. All my skills, all my teaching comes from real life experience. I experienced it myself. I've been through it myself. So that's why I wanted to share it with you guys and teach you guys how you can overcome hardship. Okay. So here's the number one thing. I see you guys. Hi, everybody. When I start talking, I don't want to answer anybody because I don't want to get distracted, and I don't want to distract you guys from the topic. So, but I do read all the stuff that you're writing me after when I'm done. So here's one thing that you should do if you've been through a hardship, or if you've been through trauma in your life, whether you've been through it as a child or as an adult. And one thing you have to understand, you need to talk about your experience. You need to actually talk about it. What do we do in life as a human? We're designed to suppress our feelings. We suppress our feelings If something happened as a child to us, we just keep it to ourselves. We grow, we live our life, we go to school, we get married, we have kids, we work, we hang out with people, we have friends, and we just kind of like don't want to talk about that. What happened if you do that, it will hit you on later in life. Majority of the time, that will hit you on age of 30 and 40. Because before that, we keep ourselves so occupied with everything. So it will creep on you. It will come back. If you don't talk about it, if you don't take care of it, it will come back. So the sooner you realize, the sooner you want to talk about it, the sooner you want to open up to that, the sooner you want to get help, the better it is. What other people do is that they suppress their hardship, their trauma by using narcotic stuff, by drinking, by smoking, by taking drugs to suppress their feelings because it's so hard. And I know how it is. It's hard to face those feelings. It's hard to feel it. It's hard to go through it over and over and remind yourself. So we will do anything to avoid it. It's a human nature. That's how mind works. We try to do whatever it takes to keep ourselves busy, to not to think about what happened to us, either in the past or in the present moment that you guys living. And like I said, anything, hardship can be anything, from getting divorced to losing the loved ones to seeing your pet getting sick to anything. Everybody's hardship is different. I mean, a couple of months ago, I gotta tell you guys, my dog had a stroke. And me, I was so upset over that I couldn't even work because in his animal, they can't speak, and he had a stroke. And he's fine now, Tony. And I posted everywhere. For those of you who know me, you already read about it. That was really hard for me. It was really, really hard for me. I was so focused on making him feel better. And then when he got better and I just went to the crash of like, oh my God, what just happened? To the shock of it. And then I didn't want to think about it. So I was just like, oh my God, no. You know what helped me? I went online and I wrote about it. I messaged on my group. I wrote about it. I talked about it with other people. And I was amazed how much response I got from all wonderful people out there. That they were telling me that, and sadly, a lot of people told me that their dog went through the stroke too. And then that kind of made me feel better because, okay, oh my God, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. And then they were telling me what to do. So everybody was telling me, I tried this, I tried that. And I did try it, and some of them helped, some of them didn't. But the fact that people were so supportive, people were so nice. And more importantly, know that you're not alone. So whatever trauma you've been in your life, whatever hardship that you have in your life, you're not the only one. I guarantee you, there's a lot of people out there that have been through what you have been through. So you need to share that. You need to talk about it. You don't avoid it. Talk about it. Get help if you have to, because it will haunt you for the rest of your life. Now, from a young age, I've been through a lot of trauma. I kept it all the way. I was in survival mode, but after that, I kept it all the way till my 30s. And it damaged me so bad because I was drinking, I was partying, I was hanging out with wrong people, tried to avoid all of the trauma that I've been through because I thought that was going to help me. And it didn't. You know what helped me? The day that I realized that you've been through something. Something happened to you. You need to face it. You need to think about it. You need to feel it. If you have to cry about it, cry about it. And that's what you need to do. So I highly recommend you guys, if you guys been through any hardship or any trauma, or even if you're going through it right now, first of all, think you're not alone. There's a lot of people out there that go through the same thing that you're going through. Second of all, allow yourself to talk about it. Allow yourself to feel it. As painful as it may be, allow yourself feel it. And that brings me back to, that kind of get me to the second point that I'm trying to make is time. Guys, understand something. Everything needs time. Time, I know they're saying that time heals everything. It actually does. And I believe in that. Time would heal everything. Everything that you're trying to overcome. Any hardship that you've been through. Anything that happened to you in the past. Or happened to you right now. Or happened to you yesterday. Understand something. It will take time for you to overcome that. You have to be gentle with yourself. You have to say to yourself, I feel this way. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel upset. It's okay to feel disappointed. All of that is okay. But don't make it a habit of kind of stay there. You have to come out of that thoughts. You have to get yourself out of that by taking time. by taking care of yourself, by realizing that it's just a time and it will pass. Some may take longer, other may shorter, depending on how much you want to come out of it. So, little story that I have to tell you guys. I was 15 years old when I became a mom. Like my first child was born at the age of 15. It was a boy, and I was a child myself. I didn't know who I was, and I didn't know what it is to be a mother. I didn't know how it is to give a birth to a baby. Even my son born, and I was very happy. And then he got diagnosed with pneumonia, and diagnosed with he had pneumonia. And then what happened that they injected him with penicillin, and he died at the age of 3 months. He died. So as you can imagine how horrible that is, that you're a first mom, so young, and you give birth to a baby, and then the baby dies. So I was like, I didn't know what to do. It was almost like what the hell just happened here? What just happened here? I didn't know what to feel. I didn't know I should have felt sad. Should I cry? Should I scream? What to do with it? Because I was so young myself. I wasn't like a grown up to understand what motherhood is or what it is. And most importantly, the first thing that went through my head was that it was my fault. It was my fault that my baby died. That's what for the longest time, that's what I was thinking. But it wasn't really, that wasn't the case. He just got sick. We took him to the hospital. They injected him with a penicillin. He was allergic to penicillin, and he died because he was so young. And this wasn't another country. This wasn't here. So that's why the medical over there is not that advanced. And he died. And I was devastated, but yet at the same time, I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know how to cope with it. I didn't know how to grieve. And what I did was the easiest way, like everybody else does, just brush the problem under the rug. And I was like, if I don't think about it, and if I don't think about it, then I think I'm going to be okay. And here's the funny part. You know when it hits me? You know when I grieved? Now I have two beautiful daughters, 24, 25 years old. And I'm old now, and all that 20 years later. I kept that feeling for 20 years. Never talked about it with anybody. Actually, this is kind of like the first time I'm talking about it. Not the first time I'm talking about it in life. And I kept it to myself because I figured if I don't think about it, I didn't talk about it with my family. I didn't talk about it with my friends. I didn't talk about it with my coworkers. I didn't get professional help. I just kept it to myself. And that led me to do things that I was not supposed to do in life. I used to drink, to suppress my feeling. Every time I think about it, I was like, okay, you know what? Just have a glass of wine. Or just keep yourself busy with work. Or just go do something. So I never give myself time to heal. To actually digest the idea that, yes, you were a young mother. Your son got sick. He died. And you need to grieve. If you have to cry, cry. If you have to be sad, be sad. And it will take time. It's going to take time for you to come over this. And I didn't know all of that. And the minute I realized it, the minute I allowed myself to feel it, and the minute I give myself a time, I said, be gentle, it will take time. It still hurts when I think about it, still sad, but I'm not as corrupted as I was when I kept it all compressed, all my feeling. That never happened. Like it never happened. So that's why I want you guys, if you have been through something, or if you are going through something, just remember that. It's okay to feel that pain. It's okay to talk about it. And more importantly, it will take time. So it's very important to take time for yourself, that this is the time I'm going to take to grieve, to analyze it, to find out what do I need to do, what's my next step. And that brings me to my strategy number 3, to take an action. Okay? Like I said, everybody been through something. Everybody. There's not one person in this world that can say, my life is always perfect. I'm beautiful. I'm perfect. Everything is sunshine and rainbow. Nobody have that life. Nobody. I don't care if they're the richest of the richer or the poorest of the poor or another country, anything that you are. You have been through something. May not be as extreme as somebody else, but you have been through something. And for that, you cannot stay there and think that that's the end of you. You have to come up with a plan. You have to come up with an action to get yourself out of that situation, get yourself out of that mentality. Okay, if loved one dies, I know it's really hard. We have to grieve, we have to grieve, we have to grieve. But in the end of the day, that person that's there for you, they don't want to see you like that. You have to come out of that. You have to look at yourself and say that, you know what, I don't want to live like this for the rest of my life. And obvious, I'm gonna mention obvious things that people do to come out of that is to take care of yourself, eating healthy, doing exercise, meditating. And that's what you have to do to get yourself going, socializing with other people, listening to other people, talking to other people. And that's what will get you out of that hardship. And that's what I did. And that's just one of my story. That's just one of my story that I just wanted to mention briefly to you guys, not taking you guys too much time. That it was really hard for me, and I know a lot of you have a story out there. I know a lot of you have been through something in your life out there. And if you still have that feeling, and if it's still bothering you, it's more importantly, if it's still keeping you from becoming the best of who you are, then you need to talk about it, then you need to get help, then you need to give yourself a time to grieve, then you need to give yourself a time to analyze it, and more importantly, come up with an action plan, with something that will get you out of that and bring you back to yourself, bring you back to the best of yourself. So that's my 3 strategy for overcoming a hardship or trauma. And this is the reason why I created this course, because in this course, I will go deep on my story as well as all the strategy, tool, and technique that I use to overcome all of my trauma that I've been through in my life. So if you're interested in to hear this or learn from it, make sure you go to the link, click in on the link, give me your email, guys. Listen, I don't really trust social media that much. Remember, for those of you that wanted to see me or wanted to get my newsletter or wanted to hear my videos or whatever, try to go to my website and subscribe, because then I will have you email. So if the Facebook for some reason goes down, or Instagram, or how, because this thing change every single day. If something happened, then I have you email. So you don't have to worry about it, because you'll hear from me regardless of what. Because you know how sometimes, I noticed that the other day, like Facebook changes stuff. Your followers goes up and down. So the only contact we have with each other is through social media. But if you really like somebody, if you want to be in contact with them, give them your email address. Your email address, then they'll have it in their mailbox. Like for me, I'll have you email in my mailbox so I can send you guys any upgrade that I have, any topic that I'm going to talk about, and more importantly, all the courses and classes that are coming up, so I can let you guys know what's coming up. So visit my website to do that. And also I do have a link down here below for the course that I'm creating, how to overcome hardship and trauma. Go ahead, sign up for that. I actually have a free ebook for that that you guys can read. It's perfect. All of my strategies are written on that one. So you can get that, and it's free. You don't have to pay anything for it. And then I will let you guys know when the registration is available. As soon as registration is available, I can email you and let you know when is that available. Otherwise, if I lose you on social media, guys, then I don't have you, right? So make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my website. I thank you so much for watching me, guys. You guys have a wonderful Wednesday. Send me your emails, send me your comments. I will be reading it. Until next time, have a great day, and I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully, keep a hope, okay?